Hey guys, this is Philip Fortenberry, Fatherhood Revolution. What I want to know is, do you still carry the shame of your past? You see, it's one thing to get the slave out of bondage. That's salvation. But it's something totally different to get the bondages out of the former slave. Whenever the person carries those bondages into their walk with Christ, the shame or the hatred or the bitterness of their past, it's going to inhibit them from living the more abundant life that Christ had for them. And even worse than that, is there something worse? Yes, is whenever I pour that shame or those bondages off into the next generation and I become the one who's hurting them. When I was reading in Joshua chapter 5, I read those words where it said, "This day I have rolled away the reproach of Egypt from you." It's in Joshua 5. And the amazing thing about those words, guys, is that the children of Israel had just entered the promised land 40 years after they'd walked out of Egypt. They were still carrying the shame or the reproach of Egypt with them. And that's what the Lord showed me. It's one thing to get the slave out of bondage. It's something totally different to get the bondages out of the former slave. And I know that I struggled with that myself. For so many years, bitterness and hatred towards my dad who wasn't there, my dad who left us 20 times, and I couldn't see what the problem was. It says in 1 John chapter 2, verse 11, that if a man holds hatred in his heart, he'll stumble about in the darkness, does not know where he's going, for the darkness has blinded his eyes. That was me. I was that guy for 23 years. But then the Lord did show me at a Promise Keepers meeting, but there was a reason why he showed me. I asked him to. I asked him to show me my sin, to show me that which I couldn't see. I knew that there was something wrong. I was extremely successful in business as a ranch manager. I had been chosen at the age of 38 to become the next general manager of the King Ranch. And I was incredibly successful, but not incredibly happy. And I didn't know why. And so if you find yourself in that place, guys, I'm going to tell you the most important thing you can do is ask the one who knows, the one who can see if those bondages from your past are still there. Ask God. It says in Matthew 7:7, "Ask and ye shall receive, seek and ye shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you." And that's what I did. I began to pray this prayer: "Father, show me my sin. Show me that which I cannot see." I didn't know what was wrong, guys. I just knew something was wrong. And when the Lord showed me, he showed me my hatred for my father. And 3 words totally changed my life. Father, forgive me. That's where true forgiveness begins, with me. And so, guys, I just want you to start doing that. Ask God to show you what you can't see. Ask him to show you your sin so that you don't pour that shame, that reproach, that bitterness, or that hatred off into your kids. So this is Philip Fortenberry with Fatherhood Revolution, about to sign off. I want to remind you, don't forget the kid next door who has no father. He needs you, and I used to be that kid.